Here. Let's see what I'm gonna have to transfer over now. But for real, what was that? You blew the muffler out of... How? The car wasn't even running.
That was loud.
Oh.
He's trying to start the shooter.
Now I gotta go home and change my drawers.
I never even heard the start go.
Oh my God. I literally think I shot myself. And I don't have no extra pants or underwear. It's way too cold to go free balling.
Exactly. Who talks shit? Now you better check them.
We're going to find out when it doesn't start.
Golly.
Yeah.
Hey. I'm taking a break. Oh my God. All right. Get your laughter out now, and if you can't, without watching it again, feel free to repeat the beginning of this video as many times as you absolutely feel necessary. But look, man, it's hard being a veteran, all right? PTSD is a mamma jamma. That's something that you just don't know the effects of a veteran, and I'm telling you, there are a lot of things that I've had to undergo throughout the last decade of being a mechanic that just bring my PTSD back up. And it's loud explosions and bangs like this that literally send my heart racing, my brain flying. I mean, I even had the Matco 4S and my first reaction was to duck and take cover behind it as if it was a HESCO barrier. So that's my reaction in the beginning. Take cover. After that, figure out what happened and what was going on, right? So, man, I'm telling you, dude, he was working on his old late 60s or early 70s Cougar. He was trying to adjust timing. He had a retarder. I thought he blew the muffler out, but he didn't. It was just that loud of a backfire because he had the shop bay door closed behind him. So it literally bounced off the shop bay door and came back in. Completely unexpected. In fact, when I was filming this, it was my intention to film what I was doing. And what I was doing was actually preparing the new engine, or this LKQ engine, for the swap into this 2012 Mini Cooper. I was like, oh cool, so I'll take a few clips of this and videotape some of the things that I was transferring over and how the process went. Man, after that, I just hit end record, and that was it for me today. I just proceeded back to the job that I had. I didn't even think about recording after that. But the whole shop was dying laughing. I'm sure you guys is dying laughing. And so, yeah, go ahead. You can laugh at my expense. I'm not going to fault you for it, all right? But that's my reality. That's the world that I live in, man. I'm still, like, high stress, high tempo. That stuff still exists. Like, there's no turning the light switch off after going through the things that I went through. So for me, it's just the reality of my life. That's just how I have to live, right? So you can go ahead and get all your laughs out. I know the shop did for sure, but I don't know. You know, everyone deals with their stuff differently, and for me, it has definitely made me a lot more skittish when it comes to certain things like loud noises or abrupt explosions and bangs and things like that. I'm always, you know, really tentative into what I'm doing. The first reaction is always to take cover, right? But at any rate, I digress. So while I was finishing up the transmission on the Corvette today, and I was doing the engine job over on the Mini Cooper, there were a few tools that I think that are going to be very shortly pick-me-ups for me. So tools on my wish list. The first one is this Matco tool, FT23800. You know what? I'm so tired of sharing part numbers. Look, it is a flex plate slash flywheel turning tool. So if you don't have good access, like on this Corvette, to be able to turn the crank because the rack of pinion, the radiator fan is too close and whatever, you get one of these, and with the base of the flywheel or flex plate, You can turn it and you can hold it while you're tightening down torque converter nuts or what have you. So for that, look, I'm telling you, this is a tool I'm planning on picking up here pretty soon. Next one, exhaust hanger pliers. I've been meaning to get these. These are also Matco. I think Lisle has one as well, or Lisle, right? But they're in the non-comfort grip. These things, I need to remember to get those. I've been putting it off because we use Shane's all the time. Another one, this one's made by SP Tools, and it is, 10500 is the part number. It's an e-brake cable tool, so it forks off of one end, it shoves the prong over to detach the cable, but I'll tell you, going back together, that's a whole other story, right? Depending on the vehicle you're working on. All right, the flare nut wrenches. So I've been avoiding these because I found more times than not I can crack it loose with a flare nut crow's foot and then just use a regular open end to run it the rest of the way out, or a stubby. It depends on how much space you actually have. So today, I did not have very much space. There wasn't enough room for the Sun-X crow's feet that I had. An open end wanted to kind of round the little transmission fitting that was going through the side of the transmission for the cooler lines. Shane was the only one that had them, and go figure, ½ inch is what fit. Probably should have been a 13 millimeter, but you know what? ½ inch is what fit real nice and tight, so eventually I'm going to have to get the SAE and metric set of the gear wrench flare nut wrenches. We did actually stumble across and find my Lang punch that I was missing. For those of you that watched the toolbox tour, it was still in my boss's truck. Shane knew exactly where it was, so I was able to recoup that and put it back in the box, so we're back to having a 3-piece set. All right, Silicone. So this stuff, this is what Joey has, and I use this stuff all the time. I'm gonna end up getting my own tube of it. This is so great for lubricating like radiator hoses or O-rings or just about anything, man. I use Glyde now for everything. Like I had no idea what it could do for me until I started using it, so I'm gonna pick some of that up. All right, so I did get a question earlier today from the Gear Wrench group, and again, if you guys are not on the Gear Wrench Facebook group, the little tiny icon for the Facebook group is on my homepage, but I will make sure to put a link down in the description for you as well. I was asked, hey, did you get the set, the Master Gear Wrench set with the Torx, E-Torx, etc.? No, I did not. I did go the Capri route, and I put it under the gun. I've put a lot of leverage behind it, and I have not had one piece break on me. I want to say it's an 88-piece set. Don't quote me. Check the description for the Amazon affiliate link if you're interested in it. Alright guys, so that's pretty much going to wrap it up with tools that I still have yet to get and the day that I almost died during my last week at the independent shop. Hope you guys enjoyed today's content. If you did, smash a thumbs up. If you didn't, smash a thumbs down. Share if you want to share. Make sure you subscribe by tapping that little beer mug in the bottom right hand corner, but don't tap it too hard because you might just knock it all over your PC, and that would be a bad thing, right? Beer all over the keyboard never plays out for anybody. Make sure to smash the notification bell if you want to be notified when I post my next mechanical insight video or tool review video, or simply you just want to be around on TGIF. Usually we go live around 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We'd appreciate your subscription as well as the bell, so that way you can get the content that you're here for. Thanks so much for watching my channel. We'll see you next time. Cheers, and this is